Martin, I'm just seeing Bruno Fernandes has gone and put pen to paper at Manchester United. He signed a new deal at the football club. Not quite the 5 years we were talking about. He's signed until the summer of 2026 with the option to extend for a further year. It's kind of par for the course, isn't it? But it's a big deal. It is literally, in every sense, a big deal. John Murtagh, top man at Man U, is saying everyone's aware of Bruno's importance to United. Goals, assists, his record is phenomenal. He's performed remarkably consistently since he joined the club, and on it goes. So he says he's going to play. Bruno hopefully will play a major part in getting us back challenging for titles. You weren't so sure the other day, Simon, were you? You weren't so sure that he should get this at this particular time of the season?
No, I think it's unarguable that his contribution at times at the beginning was very telling. And of course, you make the argument, he scores 2 goals for Portugal, and all of a sudden people come out and say, well, there he is worthy of this contract. I think he's part of a bad Manchester United side. I think he's part of the overall problems as to why they haven't achieved. And I'm not entirely sure that he's in need of a pay rise. One thing is protect the asset. Well, you've protected the asset. You've got him for another 3 years. Another thing is rewarding current mediocrity. It doesn't make sense to me, but if it makes sense to Man United, that's their business.
You think he's one of a mediocre crop?
No, I think he's a good player, but I think they're a poor side, and I think he's part of a poor side. I also think he's a luxury component of a poor side, and I wonder how many of the top 2, which is where Man United are trying to be, would have Bruno Fernandes in their side.
I think it's tricky with Fernandes because he plays in a specific position just off the front, and I wonder actually if he was at Man City, would he get a game there? Where's he going to play in that Man City midfield? Because I know they play with one sitter City with 2 either side. Could you do that? Could he play either side of someone who sits for Manchester United? It doesn't seem that him and Pogba really sort of fit together very well. And
would he get in Liverpool side, Martin, do you think? Would he get in, is there space and place from the Liverpool side?
I think he probably could, but he's going to have to work much harder defensively.
Yeah,
that's the problem. It just feels that Manchester United are carrying him from a defensive aspect. You've got to get him to do more for you defensively, and he just disappears in games. But nonetheless, they've got to protect their asset. They're giving him this wonderful contract. He is, you know, that he's got that ability, but for me, he has to do more.
See, I said that the other day about work rate.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from certain sections of Man United supporters base thought that was an outrageous comment to make. So we have a footballer, a person that's probably more able to make an opinion on a player's work rate than someone like myself, making the same observation. I don't think he does enough off the ball. I think we can see what he does on the ball at times. In big games, he disappears. And I don't think he does enough off the ball. And part and parcel of a good side is all the players contributing at some point during the game. And I don't think he does.
I think when he shines, Martin. When he doesn't, he disappears.
It's just not rounded enough. Yeah. And the modern day, you always seem to have these players now who play off the front, someone who sits in front of the back 4. But you've got to be able to do both. Could he be a box-to-box midfield player in a 2? I doubt it.
Right.
So all the time they're looking to support him, and then it becomes like an expensive luxury. So, but nonetheless, they have to sign a player of this quality to keep him at the squad.
He's got the winning mentality, hasn't he? He never stops driving everybody on, and he includes himself in that.
Didn't drive everybody on against Villarreal, did he?
No, but I mean,
that's a big game. These are the games you've got to win.
Well, they're certainly putting a lot of their eggs in one basket this morning because they're saying Fernandes is a man for them.
Well, it does seem
he's a man that they
yeah,
will
but it's
drive
an
them
extreme club, isn't it? So Maguire gets all the blame, and Fernandes gets a new deal.
Yeah.
Do you know? So tell me what's going on at that football club.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's right that Maguire gets all this stick. I said it here a few weeks back, and everybody jumped on it and said, "What's wrong with me?" But I do feel sorry for him, and I do feel that this booing we had as well. Now we're getting it from England. It did start at Manchester United. It did start with the fans.
What, you think they started it in England? Fans have carried it on.
Oh, for sure. And of course, it's been endorsed. The fans get this feeling that he's not quite right, he isn't playing well, and then that's endorsed when they hear the former players getting on the bandwagon, having a go at Maguire, and I think now it's too much. I think now it's time to draw a line under it.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.